Hello everybody from Plant Reviews UK. Today is 22nd of May and I wanted to show you one of my most recent plant purchases. I bought it yesterday from Plant Base, that is a shop of unusual and rare plants. It's a nursery actually, in between Kent and Sussex. And the name of this plant is Banksia formosa. This plant was classified actually as Dryandra formosa or Dryandra formosa. I'm not too sure about the pronunciation, and it was first classified by Robert Brown in 1810. However, genetic evidence found that this species actually belongs to the genus Banksia. So it has been obviously reclassified as Banksia formosa. The genus Banksia is a genus of Australian plants, of most Australian plants. There's only one species that is known in New Guinea and some other islands between Australia and New Guinea, and there is only one fossil evidence in New Zealand of Banksia Nova Zelandia, that is not existent anymore. So Banksias are basically mostly Australian plants, and in particular the Banksias in the section Dryandra, like this. So it's not a genus anymore, but it's like a group of Banksias. They are endemic to Western Australia, to the southwest Australia. So these plants are known from southwest Australia, that has a kind of Mediterranean climates with very dry summers, and this is very important in the cultivation of this plant. About the specific name, the Latin name Formosa. Formosa means beautiful, and actually, as you can see, it is, I think you can see how beautiful the plant is, not only for the flower that actually looks like a pincushion, but also for the beautiful like leaves. Usually the leaves are supposed to be deep green. However, in this specimen, as well as in the other specimen they were for sale at the nursery, they are actually almost yellow, kind of lime green on the surface, while they are kind of silvery white on the lower side of the leaves. This is a seedling, very young, is probably less than 1 year of age. Indeed, I spoke about it with the owner of the nursery, and actually was very surprised as well that the plant is actually blooming so early. Anyway, this plant is a shrub that usually grows up to 3 meters tall, and our is usually smaller, and it also spreads about 1-2 meters, so spreads a little bit less than it is tall. This plant belongs to the family Proteaceae. There is a family commonly found in the southern hemisphere, and this family is actually pretty famous for the beauty of the flowers. The flowers, indeed, of this Banksia are yellow, can be yellow, orange, or like brownish orange, like in my case, and they look like pincushions when they are fully open. This is in bud, but I think will finish opening soon. And also it is quite peculiar. Usually I didn't find any fragrance in any of the Proteaceae flower I smelled, but this one instead is fragrant and actually smell a little bit like vomit. So it's not really pleasant fragrance, but definitely quite peculiar. Kind of weirdly reminds me the Podophyllum spottidotti as a fragrance. It is a completely unrelated plant. Anyway, even when the plant is not in flower, you can see the beauty of the leaves is definitely one of the features of the plant that really makes stand out. And the leaves themselves in adult specimens can grow up to 20 centimeters long, and they, well, you can see, in addition to the color that, as I said, can vary, the saw-toothed margins are really what I love of this plant. And the flowers, obviously, this flower is now probably about 2.5, yeah, I would say 2.5 centimeters across, but obviously in adult plants can reach 10 centimeters across. And also protea flowers, the flowers for proteaceae are used often as cut flowers as well. The flower itself is not just a flower, it's actually a flower head. It is made of hundreds of flowers in this species, usually between 100 and 200 flowers. And well, you can see that basically all these small protuberances, they are basically the flowers and the bracts of the flower head. About the seeds of this plant, the seeds will develop in a structure kind of similar. In most Banksias, the structure is similar to a cone. However, this in Banksia formosa is not really developed as a cone, so there are just a few it's kind of a dry, woody structure in which the seeds are enclosed. Banksias, as I said, this Banksia in particular likes a Mediterranean climate, so in UK really cannot be grown outdoors because it's very wet, the climate, so definitely would need a cold greenhouse. About the temperature, indeed, it can take down to -4 degrees. They're about 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and actually I've read that possibly can take even lower temperature, as long, obviously, as long as the soil is not wet. The best compost for this plant is a well-drained acidic soil, and needs to be watered only once it's completely dry. It's very important not to get the soil waterlogged or too humid. The best exposure of the plant is full sun. These are obviously all information that I found because, as I said, I purchased this plant just yesterday, but I really wanted to make a video about it because I didn't find any video on YouTube about it, and I really thought that would have been an interesting to talk about this gorgeous plant. About the fertilizers, Proteas in general, the family Proteaceae, have roots that are quite sensitive to phosphorus. That is a component that many fertilizers have in high amounts. So I know that in some countries are available fertilizers specific for Proteas, but I am not aware of any in the United Kingdom. So if you know any in the United Kingdom, please let me know. Otherwise, really, it's better do not fertilize at all the Proteas. They come anyway from Australia that has very poor soils, so they will not mind not to be fertilized at all, and they can bloom without any problems, even without fertilizer. As usual, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you love Proteas and unusual plants, I can definitely recommend you to have a look at the website of Plant Base, or even better, go to the nursery, because it has really an incredible variety of plants. I will put the link in the description of this video. As usual, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you like this video and the other videos on my channel, would be great if you can please subscribe. It is completely free for you, but in this way you notify YouTube that you like my videos, and YouTube in turn can promote my channel on the platform, and in turn obviously put advertisement on my video, so I can also support me economically. As usual, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.